Holy Ghost is on the move.
Yeah, Firebirds had a lot of momentum.
Right from the jump for the Firebirds, who look really good.
Tennis and enjoy the game. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise at this time for the playing of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen,
That's a little bit.
2022 Jackson World Holiday Basketball Tournament. Tonight's first game is an consolation game in our tournament, featuring the Shammond Middle School and various Truman School. Introducing tonight's starting in line, first for the kids of the Neshaminy High. Number 3, Zack. Number 2, Coombs. Number 14, Malone. Number 31, Shawn Monore. And number 32, Malone. Now starting line for the Tigers of Number 3, Khavier Adams. Number 12, Ernest Jallah. Number 13, Ernest Jallah. Number 50, Tre Winto. And number 34, Wyatt Spinks. Number 35 is Randolph Jackson.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Chapman Arena, and the Firebird Field has a Holy Ghost prep where we have game 3 of our 4-game quadruple header. This time with first the varsity edition between Neshaminy and Harry S. Truman in a consolation game for the 2022 Jack Shot Memorial Christmas Tournament. So the opening tip, a small violation by Neshaminy, and now we finally get underway on the second attempt. Neshaminy wins the opening face-off. Guy Horton passing it back to Sean Curley. Curley out to the corner. Nate Townsend picking up right where he left off. Townsend a big three-pointer. Nate Townsend coming off a 29-point game yesterday night against William Tennant and their 71-69 loss. And that was an incredible game. 140 total points scored, 29 of them by Townsend. Now Harry S. Truman on the attack with RJ Cox in the corner. And Cox is stripped away, picked up by Nate Townsend. Here comes Townsend on the attack. Townsend, underhand. There's another quick three. That was no good. Attempted by Emeer Coombs, who went out of bounds. Here starters from Neshaminy, Joey Zack, Emeer Coombs, Guy Horton, Sean Curley, and Nate Townsend. And for Harry S. Truman, Khavier Adams, Aaron Nathan, Ernest Jallah, Tre Winto, and RJ Cox. Neshaminy out with the ball on the bottom. Sean Curley. Curley underhands it. That gets the pass back. Sean Curley for three. That one's no good. Rebounded by Harry S. Truman. It's Khavier Adams. Adams. Boxing out a man. Adams. Lost it for a second. Keeps it in bounds. And the block intended for Ernest Jallah. And the pass goes up and it's good. RJ Cox with an easy two-pointer in the paint. And that cuts the lead down to 1, 3-2. Now it's Emeer Coombs for Neshaminy. Coombs dribbling and taking his time at the top of the key. Coombs pushes it back out to Nate Townsend.
Coombs plays the point guard role really up. Zack with a nice layup. Coombs plays that point guard role really well. Always passing. Whenever he's open, he takes that nice layup. Just gets any shot he can right in. From what I'm seeing, he's probably the best overall point guard in this whole tournament.
Yeah, probably. So Joey Zack made the two-pointer to put Neshaminy back up by 3. Now tipped away. Here's Joey Zack again. All the way back down, and he's stripped, gets to recover, and it's good. Joey Zack, 4 straight points, and that makes it 7-2 Neshaminy. And a quick timeout by Harry S. Truman. Neshaminy ahead by 5 after just 2 minutes and 5 seconds of action. After 2 minutes and 5 seconds of action, Neshaminy leads Harry S. Truman 7-2. And this team's last meeting earlier this season, Neshaminy won 64-32 in a double-up score. Truman looking to do a little bit better than that if they got blown out by HGP yesterday night. Emeer Coombs picks it off. Now it's Curley. Back up to the top again. Emeer Coombs open for 3, no good. Townsend couldn't corral the rebound. RJ Cox double team jumps it off. And Truman takes over on the offensive possession. So Nate Townsend, we talked about, he had 29 points yesterday. That puts him ahead of Sean Curley for points per game stats on Neshaminy. And there's a quick 2 points from Tre Winto. 7-4 Neshaminy now on top. And now Nate Townsend for 3. That one no good. Gets his own rebound. Townsend to the paint and is fouled. Townsend will go to the line to shoot 2, already with 3 points. Ernest Jallah called for the first foul of the game for either team. And the first foul shot is no good. Townsend to shoot one more. Townsend makes this one. Neshaminy back up by 2 scores. Here's Tre Winto. Winto with a dump off. That's Khavier Adams taking it up. Adams slicing through, and it's a travel on Khavier Adams up at the HGP emblem at half court. So 3 minutes have elapsed this first quarter. 8-4 Neshaminy leads. It'll be Sean Curley inbounding it. Curley goes right to Emeer Coombs to give it back. Curley in between the emblem and the top of the three-point line. Curley passes it out. Nate Townsend. Townsend makes a move in. Townsend for two, in and out. Rebounded by RJ Cox. Here comes Cox up along the side. Cox with a pass. Has a pass back. Out of the corner looking for Adams. Truman with the ball underneath. Toss up and in.
Good floater right there. Get the ball in the basket, and Townsend bombs it right across court to Guy Horton for the easy two-pointer.
Townsend with a missile pass to Guy Horton on the fast break. It's a 4-point lead once again for Neshaminy. Now it's hit back up. Here comes Truman on the one bounce pass. It's taken away by Nate Townsend, and he stepped out. So Khavier Adams to inbound. Adams the one bounce inbound pass. It goes back up to the top. Now a three-pointer. It's up. Bounces once. No good. It was Ernest Jallah who shot it. And Townsend on the attack. And Townsend is tripped up. Nate Townsend will go to the line. Or no, it'll be on the floor foul.
So after Townsend's 29-point performance last night, do you think we'll see anything similar again today, Gaten?
I mean, he already has 4 points, so I could see him being a big factor in a Chamonix win or keeping it a close game in a Chamonix loss. Now, Emeer Coombs pump fakes, but have to decide back to Townsend. I don't think you can really repeat a 30-point performance. Even in the NBA, that's rare. And it's a foul
definitely,
call.
but
Yeah, it's a foul call against Truman.
I could definitely see him still getting, say, 20+. Still surpassing his... What did his average go to after last game?
I know it was at 15.6 yesterday. I'm not
So what do you
sure.
think it's up to now? Probably
Well, it's 8 games, so
probably 17?
like that. Townsend is now 1 for 3 from the line. He had a three-pointer earlier. Townsend's going to shoot one more as Lovelace subs on. Townsend dribbles once, puts it up, and he misses. Townsend 1 for 4 from the free throw line to start today. A lot of his points came from the free throw line. So here comes RJ Cox. Cox to the center. It's tossed up, and it's in. So Truman gets the lead, gets the score back within 2, 10-8. Chamonix on top of Sean Curley. Now it's Nate Townsend muscling in. Townsend to the rim, and he's fouled.
Could have been an N1 there, but Brim didn't want that.
And now Townsend, who is 1 for 4 from the line today, will shoot 2 more.
Truman has to start watching their fouls, though, up to 4, only about 5 minutes into this game.
Townsend now 1 for 5 from the free throw line.
That's going to be something he looks into, trying to do better in the second quarter.
So to restate my answer for your question earlier, you think that Townsend can repeat? It's going to come down to can he make the most of his opportunities, which so far, honestly, is
I
1
agree.
for 2 from the field, 1 for 5 from the line, and now 1 for 6 from the line.
Jeez.
The 5 missed foul shots with Townsend alone, and a haywire pass almost hit the trophies. So it's Sean Curley who has the ball. Curley to Emeer Coombs. Coombs brings it up. Cross half court. Coombs with a one bounce pass to Curley. Curley back to Coombs. Coombs is open for 3. It's short. And misses everything. Kept back in. Almost bounced off of RJ Cox. And Cox floats it down. Here's Cox on the redirect. And it's up. No good. Khavier Adams with the rebounds. Adams backs out from just beyond 3. Adams, a one bounce pass back to the top for Tre Winto. Now it's knocked out of bounds, kept in by Shawn Monore. Monroe gets the pass back. It's off now for Adams to the top. Adams. Timmy's a man. Now over to RJ Cox. Cox to the center. It's up and no good. Hit back up in the air. It's underhand to Emeer Coombs. Here comes Coombs. Coombs floats it up. It's a long two, no good. Rebound for Harry S. Truman. Here's Khavier Adams being pressured. They need to get across. And over and back. So 10-8. Neshaminy on top, 10-8. There's 6 minutes to play here in this varsity consolation game between Neshaminy and Harry S. Truman as RJ Cox subs off. Here's Sean Curley. Curley across half court, gets the pass back. Another pass to the side to Ashton Lovelace. Lovelace gets the return feed for 3, no good. That's rebounded by Harry S. Truman with a foul. Here's a quick inbound. It goes right to the hands of Shawn Monore. Monroe throws it back up. Now pivot, no travel called. Now catches Julian Rodgers. Rodgers with the pass back. Back across to Khavier Adams. Adams being held a little bit. Dumps off back to Rodgers. Rodgers underhand. And a foul on the floor. .124 to play in the first quarter. 10-8 Neshaminy on top. Adams, underhand. Shawn Monore. Monroe just beyond 3, moving around. Monroe. Pressure to the corner by Ashton Lovelace. Now Monroe dumps it off. Back to Khavier Adams. Adams lost it. Here's Emeer Coombs up on the far side. Coombs carrying speed. Emeer Coombs all the way, and it's a basket. Does the basket count? Basket is good, and Coombs will go to the line. 1:05 to play in this first quarter. 12-8, Neshaminy on top. Davae Vaughn subs on for Harry S. Truman. And Coombs will shoot 1 at the line. His one and only foul shot is up and no good. And an immediate whistle. Possession will stay with Neshaminy. Coombs dribbles. And he makes that one. So 13-8, Neshaminy on top of Harry S. Truman. Comes Truman. Truman's knocked away. Emeer Coombs looking for 3 straight points. Goes back and is not fouled. And now a hard foul.
Now that's a foul if I've ever seen one.
Nate Townsend is slow to get up.
Lovelace.
Is Lovelace? Like Townsend for a second. And Lovelace is still down.
Cloud's down.
I don't know. It looked like Townsend for a second, but Townsend and Lovelace do look alike. And it is
Townsend's on the
Lovelace.
bench. Lovelace was the one that got tackled originally. Cloud is down for a reason I'm not so sure of.
Cloud is down for Neshaminy. We'll take a break. 54.5 seconds to play in this first quarter. 13-8 Neshaminy on top.
Cloud's away.
So Cloud was the injured Neshaminy player. He goes over to the sidelines with some help. The 50 seconds to play. Harry Truman around half court. Pass back up. Truman dribbling around the outskirts of the 3-point line. Now pass back is knocked away. Emeer Coombs on the attack again, and Coombs is fouled. So Coombs to shoot 2. Play in the first foul shot is up and good. That makes it 14-8 in favor of Neshaminy. Coombs to shoot one more with 39 seconds to play. And Coombs rattles in his second. So Coombs 2 for 2 at the line. 15-8 Neshaminy on top. Here's the inbound. Goes a little haywire. Is picked off almost. Now be inbounded by Harry S. Truman. From the Neshaminy bench. Truman with the inbound throw net being pressured. They need to get across, inching their way up, and they will. It's Guy Horton in coverage, and it goes haywire. And Truman Tiger went almost into the locker room, like running all the way near the door.
Flipping and sliding.
Here's Coombs with 25 seconds to play. Emeer Coombs has gone to the line twice in the last 30. That's back out. Wide open. Townsend. It's good.
Townsend 3-ball.
His second 3-pointer of the game. He's 2 for 2 from beyond the arc with 7 points total. There's the pass back. Wobbly back up. And here comes Truman, and it was knocked away. There's Davae Vaughn trying to shuffle it ahead. Now with 3.8 seconds to play. Shammond up by 10, 18-8. Khavier Adams with a quick inbound. Adams shuffles it in. Rodgers passes it back. It's up. No foul called. And that's how the quarter will end.
18-8, Neshaminy lead. 8 down, 24 to go.
Good impression. I'll give you that. 8 down, 24 to go. Neshaminy leads by 10, 18. So 18-8, Shammond on top. Harry S. Truman will start with the ball. Truman has the ball from back behind Have to be on half court. Getting their way up with it. Being boxed out. I pass back to the top. Truman coming into the paint. Shuffle back out. I'll pass up to the far side. Tre Winto. Winto trying to make a move. Now shuffles back in to Ansu Turay. And Turay couldn't get the two. Neshaminy stays ahead by 8. Shawn Curley to inbound. Randolph Cox, one of 2 men to sub back on for the Tigers. Khavier Truman. Here comes Shawn Curley. Curley makes a move. Underhands to Nate Townsend. Townsend, step back to the rim. It's good. Townsend now at 9 points.
I mean, hey, 9 points in the first 9 minutes.
Yeah.
Average a point a minute. That's 32 right there.
7 points in the first quarter. At that, we're in 28. And now out of bounds, and the ball belongs to Neshaminy. As Shawn Monore couldn't corral it in. Here's Shawn Curley. Curley across the 3-point line, across half court.
Townsend's currently on pace for more points than he had yesterday. But I feel like yesterday, there was just like a different air about it.
And now pass back to the top. That one's no good.
I feel like he was like much more dominant, you could say, yesterday.
Look at the missed foul shots. Again, he's 1 for 6 from the line today.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of showing one of his weak points.
Yeah.
Yesterday, that was like not visible.
And it's knocked away, and a foul will be called. That'll be an inbound for Khavier Truman. Khavier Adams on the inbound. So Adams with the inbound. Pass it back up. It's a long 3. It was no good. Shot by Tre Winto. Now here's Townsend again. Townsend on the attack. Trucks him, man. Whistle. It looks like the foul is going to be on Townsend.
Refs just had a ton of talking to do, explaining what that was.
So the foul will go against Truman, but the basket does not count.
So.
The foul going against Truman, the basket does not count. So Townsend goes to the line to shoot 2.
Varsity guys for both Tenet and Ghost have been arriving throughout this game.
The Townsend 1 for 6 from the line today, looking to improve that percentage here. So shoot 1 and 1, and the first one goes in. Townsend to shoot 1 more, now 2 for 7. Townsend makes the move. That makes him 11 points in the day. The Townsend, the first player in this game to reach double digits. He has exactly half of Neshaminy's 22 points. The lead, Khavier Truman by 14. Now it's taken away. Here is Ashton Lovelace. Lovelace pitches back up to Shawn Curley.
I love how this has turned into a how many points does Nate Townsend have broadcast.
Yeah. The Curley back to Ashton Lovelace for 2. And timeout called by Truman, their second of the half. So the Neshaminy leads now by 16 at 24-8. 11 of them scored by Nate Townsend. So you have to think at some point Truman's going to start double teaming Townsend. Who does Neshaminy after that?
I'm going to be honest. I expected it to happen a while ago. The fact it hasn't happened yet is just stunning to me. I mean, they need to. If they really think that there's a shot at winning this game, they need to start double teaming Townsend as soon as possible.
They do. So Chamonix up by 16, 24-8, 6 minutes to play in the first half. I'll be back in a few seconds. Like, no, off the return. It's Khavier Adams. Adams gets it across. Truman on the attack. There's Tre Winto, and Winto turns it over to Ashton Lovelace. Lovelace on the far side to Emeer Coombs. Coombs to the middle for Joey Zack, and that one's no good. Rebound by Lovelace. Lovelace for 2. That one no good. Now rebound by Joey Zack. And a whistle sounds. And it appears the ball will stay with Neshaminy. Maybe not. Truman takes over. Now Harry has Truman breaking across half court. Truman on top of the emblem, now crossing it. Tigers down by 16, 24-8. They lost their last meeting between Neshaminy and them, 64-32 earlier this season. There's the pass back to the corner by Tre Winto. And now travel by Truman. So Joey Zack will sub off. Shawn Curley back on. And Curley gets it to Coombs. Curley with the quick inbound to Emeer Coombs. Coombs back to Shawn Curley. Curley making a man miss. Curley under the rim. And that's good for 2. And Neshaminy starting to run away with this one earlier. It's now an 18-point deficit for Truman. Khavier Adams on the attack. Adams passes it forward, intended for RJ Cox. It's knocked back. Adams scoops it up. Here's Adams to the rim, and he's fouled. .439 to play in this second quarter. Townsend got called for his first foul. Adams his first foul shot. Adams, second, no good. And Truman still yet to get to double digits. It's been 11 minutes and 25 seconds. And Townsend a hard foul. Townsend went up to get the pass and was immediately met by a body at half court. Now Townsend at the line to shoot 2 more. This will be his 9th and 10th free throws of the game, and he's 3 for 8 already. Townsend's first one is up and good. Townsend now at 12 points, 4 for 9. And Townsend makes one of the 2. And now it's knocked away, rebounded by Lovelace. Lovelace back to Curley. Curley pulls up for 2. It's up and good. Shawn Curley makes it a 20-point deficit for Truman. 29-9. Now here come the Tigers. It's knocked away again. And just like that, Curley again. Wow. 4 straight points. And that's now a 22-point hole for Truman. 31-9.
This is a collapse. This is a collapse.
It's been 12 minutes, and Truman still has yet to make the double digits.
They are literally averaging less than a point a minute as a team. Townsend is averaging close to a point a minute.
Okay, Townsend has 12 points. Harry Truman has 9.
That's ridiculous to me.
So the third time out of the half called by Truman. At exactly 4 minutes and 1 second to play in this first half. It's 31-9 Shammond.
Boom, boom, boom.
Neshaminy up by 22. 4:01 to play. Neshaminy avoids the foul, but never mind, they won't. And the ball belongs to Truman. So here's a crazy stat for you. Truman has 9 points and 8 fouls this half.
That's crazy to think about, actually. Wait a minute.
So here is Ryan Meehan with the ball. Meehan over to Curley. Curley for 3. Sean Curley, 7 straight points. And in the last minute and a half, Sean Curley has only 2 less points than Harry S. Truman does in the entire game. Here's Truman on the attack. It's up and good. And there's a much-needed basket for Truman. Tre Winto with the and one attempt. Here's the foul shot that is missed. So the three-point attempt cannot be converted. Here's Curley. Curley passing it down into the corner. Back to Emeer Coombs. Coombs on the run. It's up and good. 36-11. And here's the inbound again to Truman. For the pass back to Adams. Now it's Winto taking it across. Winto being pressured, and he lost it out of bounds. A Neshaminy ball. Now Curley takes it. Curley has 7 of the last 9 for Neshaminy. Curley makes a move. Curley to the rim. It's up and good. 9 of the last 11 Neshaminy points coming from the hands of Sean Curley. Now here comes Truman on the attack again. Moving through, and that one's up and no good. It was Winto who missed it. Now here's Emeer Coombs again. Coombs, stutter steps to the rim. That one's good. A 40 spot in the first half for Neshaminy, and there's still 2.5 minutes left to go of it.
So,
almost a 30-point hole for Truman to come out of.
Are we supposed to say it yet?
Shawn Monore after the corner.
Like, I'm sorry, it's a 29-point game.
And now a foul. I mean, if the Vikings can come back from being down 33, anything's possible.
Neshaminy is not ran by Matt Ryan.
The only problem is Matt Ryan is not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Stole my joke.
I'm just too good at predicting it. I was trying to think of a joke to make that, but I couldn't.
So almost a wholesale substitution as Curley comes off. Townsend with 12 points has been off.
I believe yesterday you said the top 2 point scorers for Neshaminy was Curley and Townsend.
Yeah, and they might have 30
yeah,
points. Yeah,
it's remaining that way today.
Yeah. The first foul shot is up and good. That makes it a 28-point hole. 40-12.
This is getting insane.
Second foul shot is up and good as well. The 2 for 2 from the line go Harry S. Truman, specifically Tre Winto. And now Horton takes it. Horton to Lovelace. Lovelace through the gap. Ashton Lovelace for 2. 42-13. And we can see half 100 put up in the first half by Neshaminy. Neshaminy cutting through. The pass back to Tre Winto. Winto. Stutter step. Pass it forward. No foul call. It's up and good. Now Truman is starting to get back in the rhythm. They've doubled their points in about the last 2 minutes. Now here's Shawn Monore. Monroe out to the corner. Back out to Lovelace. Lovelace. Stutter step. Steps it back. The corner again. For Horton. To the corner. For 3. No good. Here's Winto. Winto slicing through and gets the fall again. Tre Winto has been the man on a mission for Harry S. Truman. He's certainly been their MVP. Now a move in. Joey Zack for 2. 44-17 in favor of Neshaminy. 1 minute and ticking to play. Here's Winton being pressured back. Winton moving up. A pass back across to Winton. Winton, long shot, foul, or no foul. It comes up short. And now for Neshaminy, here is Boima Goba. A pass back, it's up, it's good, and one. Guy Horton makes the basket, and now 38.5 seconds to play. Horton goes to the line to shoot one more. He makes this. It's a 30-point deficit for Truman in the first half.
Yeah, like, can we say it at this point?
No. What would you say?
Like, is this unbackable? Or do we...
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's getting to a point where... Not so sure.
And very not good sign behind the net as Colin Cloud on crutches.
Oh, no.
Going back behind the net and out of Chapman Arena.
Prayers up for Colin Cloud, everybody.
So Horton makes the foul shot, so it's now 47-17. And Cloud heading to the elevator to head down. So Truman up across half court. Truman being pressured just inside the three-point line. Pump fake back to center. They go back out to the corner. Truman up top. It's knocked away. From the paint. Coming in. It's up and good and one. 47-19. And there'll be an and one attempt for Harry S. Truman. Boima Goba called for the foul on Neshaminy. And the one and only foul shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Neshaminy. Goba takes it up across half court. Boima Goba. The pass back. Cut back to the outside. Joey Zack. It's a long two. He couldn't hit it. Rebound, no good. So your score, 47 points for Neshaminy and 19 for Harry S. Truman. It's a 28-point hole for the Tigers of Harry S. Truman to come back. I'm not sure that's possible. We'll find out. Would you like to say it, Jack Dobbins?
Yeah.
15 minutes down.
Is this surmountable?
No, I was saying you want to say 16 minutes
yes,
down.
sure.
Yeah.
All right, sure. 16 minutes down, 16 to go. Neshaminy up 28.
Good job. Yeah. All right, sorry. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Chapman Arena with second half action between the Neshaminy Skins and the Harry S. Truman Tigers. So Neshaminy leads 47-19, led by Sean Curley and Nate Townsend, who both will be on the floor to start the second half, looking to wrap this game up early. So 16 minutes gone, 16 to play from the Chapman Arena in this varsity consolation game. And the Jack Schott Memorial Christmas Tournament 2022 as Curley has an easy three and a miss. An air ball. Rebound by Townsend. It's kept back in. Townsend has the ball beyond the arc. Townsend slicing through. Nate Townsend to the rim. It's up and good. Townsend at 14, and it's now a 30-point lead once again for Neshaminy. Here's a slide back in to the corner. It's a long 3/8, just missed again. Townsend on the rebound.
I think the bet I placed early could pay off. 20+ points for Townsend. He has 14 right now.
Yeah.
I think it could pay.
Townsend slicing back to Curley. Curley in, he got stripped away, recovers. Curley keeps it in with a brilliant save. Joey Zack for two, couldn't finish.
Despite the bad finish by Zack, that was a great save right there.
Yeah.
Keeping the ball inbounds while diving out.
Well, Khavier Adams with a sidearm throw. Now pass back.
That has
They charge in. It's knocked away. And after the corner for Adams again. Adams on the reset. To the top for Tre Winto. And Winto has a haywire pass that goes in the trash can. 6.5 to play in the third quarter and a running clock with a 30-point differential. As now Sean Curley takes up across half court. Curley drops it back to Nate Townsend. Townsend is fouled. And Townsend wobbly after the hit. So Emeer Coombs will inbound. Again, an ever-running clock at 5:56. Coombs throws it into Curley. Curley to Townsend at the top of the key. Townsend pulls up for three. That one's
Wow,
good.
Townsend.
At 17.
Townsend 3-bomb right over the middle. Shot it right over the defender. Couldn't catch who it was.
Now Winton throws it to Khavier Adams. Adams. Side step, spin. Adams for two. No good. Tipped back up, out of bounds. Stays with Truman.
If he made that, it would have been like me on you post game.
Oh yeah,
Just hit that nasty hook shot.
I want a rematch of his Ghost game.
Yeah, after the Ghost Varsity game,
Yeah.
let's go for it. Hit Caden with the nastiest hook shot yesterday.
We're going to know the part where I posterized you as well.
You did not.
I did. So here's Truman
It was
on
a
top of the paint.
posterized.
Back to the top, and it's an air ball three. That would look more like me. And Tre Winto is the one to airball it.
You didn't poster me. You broke my ankles.
Yeah,
There's a
well,
difference.
same thing. 5 minutes to play in the third quarter, 52-19, Neshaminy on top. And it's Sean Curley who starts with it at the inbound from Nate Townsend. Curley brings it up across half court. Curley one-on-one, has a pick set. Curley at the Townsend. Townsend open, decides not to shoot. Now Townsend to the rim, up, no good, gets his own rebound. Back to the top to Curley. Curley, a wobbly pass, and it comes up short of Townsend, and a foul. Ball belongs to Truman. As Ernest Jallah will start with it. So Townsend's second foul of the game. Here's Khavier Adams. Adams, a one-on-one at the top. Dumps it off. Here's Jallah. Jallah with an armada in front of him. Jallah fires it cross country looking for Cox, who's intercepted. And now Cox open. Cox for three, no good. Up to the top again. It's another reset for Winto for three. That's off the side of the rim. Picks back up by Cox under the rim. That's a block. No fouls. Turned over. Neshaminy possession. Here comes Lovelace. Lovelace shuffling it forward to Burton and stepped out. It was Ernest Jallah who stepped out of bounds for Harry S. Truman underneath the net.
Good to see Jallah standing. It looked really weird from our table, the way he landed.
So 3:15 and ticking to play in this third quarter. It was a running clock since it started. Now top of the key, corner 3, no good.
Quarter?
Yeah, I said that wrong. The top of the key 3 for Ashton Lovelace was no good. Tre Winto with the ball. Winto going back and forth. Winto looking for help. It's blocked. A big block from Boima Goba. Now a rebound to the missed layup again. And the ball will go to Elvin Perez in Neshaminy. So I think you can say now this lead might be insurmountable for Truman. Now here comes Goiba. Or Goba. Goba with the dump off to Jake Jordan. Jordan, back to Goba. Goba to the rim. It's up and it's good. 54-19. Now here's Shawn Monore. Monroe brings up across half court. Monroe from the three-point line into the paint. Monroe couldn't finish. And it's off of Neshaminy. It stays with Truman. So right now it is at a 35-point lead for Neshaminy.
I mean, yeah, I've kind of been seeing this since the first quarter. I was like, okay, at some point, this lead's going to be insurmountable.
So Cox floats up a big pass.
I'm praying I'm using the right word when I say that.
What word were you using? I didn't hear you.
Surmount. I'm praying that's the right word.
Insurmountable?
Yeah, I think that's the right word. I want to make sure I'm not saying
Insurmountable
something
word, yeah.
awful.
Here's Lovelace.
Okay, yep, I'm good.
Yeah.
All right, I want to make sure I wasn't saying
Did you
something
look
like...
up surmount and not insurmountable? That's a 2 no good from Lovelace.
No, because that was the general word I was trying to use. I want to make sure it wasn't like something awful.
All right.
I just totally forgot about.
So Tre Winto for 2 and it falls. Now 54-23. Chamonix on top by 31. Final minute of play. It's Jake Jordan. Jordan over to Goba. Goba dumps it off to Elvin Perez. Perez had it knocked away. Lovelace, and it goes off the foot of Lovelace, or maybe not. It appears to have gone off the foot of Ashton Lovelace. But the officials say no and award possession to Neshaminy.
That was a great play regardless. If that had worked out, I mean, honestly, I think that goes back with Truman.
Yeah.
That was just overall a great play.
So 24 seconds to play.
Running clock.
As long as the lead stays at 30 plus, there'll be a running clock, and now it's knocked down to 29. 54-25. And Chamonix stays on top.
Again, I know you probably said this yesterday, but if it's over 30, it's running clock?
Yes.
That's the rule?
Yes.
All right.
Here's the pass back over to Ryan Meehan. Meehan dumps it off at the top of the key. 3, and it's good. Ashton Lovelace at the buzzer, and that perfectly sums up this game for both teams. All the shots falling for Neshaminy and just not enough attempts for Truman. 57-25. It's a 32-point lead for Neshaminy. 24 down, 8 to go, and we'll be back in a few. So Harry S. Truman starts with the ball with Shawn Monore. Monore brings it up across half court. The three-point line is knocked away. And here comes Neshaminy on the quick attempt. Neshaminy end to end. Jake Jordan for 2. And it's now a 34-point lead. Shawn Monore went down hard, and it's a foul called against Neshaminy. Again, still a running clock, 7:30 to play in regulation, and most likely the game. So here's the inbound pass for the backup. It's intercepted by Neshaminy. It's a pass. Up and over again. Jake Jordan, 4 straight points for Neshaminy. Now Davae Vaughn up across half court. Vaughn to the three-point line is intercepted again. Jake Jordan, 3 straight fast breaks, and he missed the layup. Jordan almost scored 6 straight after 2 consecutive fast breaks. So here's Truman again. On the attack. Hovering around the three-point line to pass back. Slicing through it, had it knocked away, and this time Jordan with another steal. Jake Jordan making a statement here in his few shifts. 6:27 to play. With the pass back again. Cutting through, back up top to Jordan. Jake Jordan, a stutter step. Jordan, back behind the three-point line. Now brings it back. And a violation called against Neshaminy, and the ball belongs to Harry S. Truman. (61-25) the score. Neshaminy in front. Here's Davae Vaughn for Truman. Vaughn dumps it off. Has knocked away. Jake Jordan again. His 4th breakaway and his 3rd steal of this one shift. Now he dumps it off to Ryan Meehan. Meehan back to Dan Ravitich. Ravitich to Jason Gilardi. Some of the JV kids getting their names called in the varsity game for the first time in a while. That's a pick. And a 3-pointer from Jordan, no good. And it'll be a Truman ball. 5:08 to play in regulation, 61-25. Neshaminy on top of Truman. There's Tre Winto. He makes a move in to the paint, to the rim, no good. And swatted down and recovered by Jason Gilardi. Gilardi dumps it off. Here comes the pass. Alvin Perez. Perez back up to Jordan. Jordan. Further into Ryan Meehan. Meehan spin move. Meehan to the rim. It's up and good. Ryan Meehan makes it 63-25. And a late whistle as a Tiger is down after the play. So we'll take a break. 4:32 to play in regulation. It's a 63-25 lead for Neshaminy. We're good. So 63-25 in favor of Neshaminy.
Why is it my mic?
4:17 to play. Truman in the paint. Puts it up at 2. It's no good. So 4:10, a constantly running clock. As we said before, due to a 30-point deficit. And right now it says a 38.
When it gets to 40, do they double speed the clock?
No, they don't.
Playback speed times 2.
So the first foul shot is up. And that's good.
That would low-key be funny, though.
Yeah.
If the 30 keeps it running, 40 doubles it, 50 triples it, and they just continue going.
And the second one is up and no good. This time it's rebounded by Jason Gilardi. Gilardi to Jake Jordan. Jordan steps back. Bounced off. Step back 2. Elvin good. Elvin Perez on the board for the first time today. And it's now a 39-point deficit. Now up at 2. It's no good. Tips and kept in off a Tiger. This is 65-26 in favor of Neshaminy. 3:11 to play in regulation. Here's the quick inbound. It's loose, and Jordan lost it. Now pass back. It's a haywire pass. It goes into the Truman bench. Now the play. So here's the inbound back. Dan Ravitch with the ball. Ravitch bringing it across from the Neshaminy. 2:26 to play. Ravitch with a pass to Jordan. Jordan shuffling it in. Underhand. It's up and good. A 41-point lead for Neshaminy. 67-26. Here's Tre Winto. Winto stepping back. Winto with a pass into the corner. Outsider step. And cutting through again. Dump off. Still loose out to the corner. Long 3, no good. It was taken by Ernest Jallah. Now here comes Jake Jordan again. Jordan lost it down court, and 1-on-1. Ryan Meehan wins it. Another 2 points for Neshaminy. They could get a 70 spot if they make one more. Tre Winto taking it himself. Winto lost it and will go out of bounds. Off the Firebird side on the scorer's table. So with 1:23 to play, it is now safe to say that Neshaminy will win 3rd place in the 2022 Jack Shot Memorial Christmas Tournament Varsity Edition. And after this, starting at 7 o'clock, we'll have the Holy Ghost Firebirds taking on the William Tennant Panthers for 1st and 2nd place.
But honestly, Neshaminy may have put up like the greatest 3rd place performance in the history of sports.
Yeah.
Their point differential is probably pretty good.
Yeah. Meehan dumps it off. It's a long 3, no good. So I'm pretty sure with this, Neshaminy has scored 140 points in the last 2 games.
Insane, dude.
We didn't think they could top 71 points yesterday, but they're at 69. A 3-pointer makes it 72. And here's another steal. It's Jake Jordan. Jordan passing it up. Jordan had knocked away. Jordan to the rim. That's 71. Neshaminy has tied their score from yesterday. 71-26 with 24 seconds to play. And here's a diving play. It's loose and picked up. Here comes the Truman running on it, and they score. 71-28 in favor of Neshaminy. 10 seconds. 9. Davae Vaughn was one that made it for Truman. And now Jones will hold on. Jordan will hold on to it. And Neshaminy will take 3rd place in the Jack Shot tournament.
What a game that was. A 71-28 final score.
71-28, a 43-point differential. That's incredible. So now for MVP of the game, I for Neshaminy. For Neshaminy, there's really anyone who can aim for MVP.
Yeah, but I think Townsend and Curley were really the two that shined the most.
Yeah. I say we do Curly today.
Yeah, because Townsend put up such a dominant performance yesterday. I feel like back-to-back days kind of.
Yeah.
Let's give it
And
to Curley.
Shawn Curley, I believe, had even more points today. And he had 9 of 11 to continue a big-time run for Neshaminy to put them up from 10 to 19. And that really started the big run for basically all of Neshaminy and really helped them pull away from Truman. Let's keep in mind, it was a close game for the majority of the first quarter. And then after that, it all just fell apart for Truman. So our MVP of the game, Shawn Curley. And with that, Neshaminy beats Harry S. Truman 71-28 in a 43-point victory.
Wow.
So coming up in almost 45 minutes, Holy Ghost Prep will take on William Tennant for the 2022 Jack Schott Memorial Christmas Tournament Championship in the varsity edition. The Firebird JV team won earlier today. Can they do it again tonight? And we will find out in 45 minutes. So until then, I'm Caden Stewart.
I'm Jack Dobbins.
And thank you for listening so far, but stay tuned for 7 o'clock's game between the Firebirds and the Panthers.
Holy Ghost Prep ties it up. Holy Ghost is on the move.
Yeah, Firebirds had a lot of momentum.
Right from the jump for the Firebirds, who look really good.